My father was a big burly biker that looked like Jerry Garcia. He could be a curmudgeon, but once you were in his circle, you were his family. I'm gonna give this speech to help you understand why he is being awarded a thank you for making me the strong, independent person I am today. First, I'll tell you a little bit about him. Second, I'll tell you how he raised my siblings and I. And third, I'll tell you how he treated people. My father took pride in who he was. People were scared of him the first time they saw him. He was raised in Omaha, Nebraska, and had a very tough outward demeanor because of it. But once he trusted you, he was a marshmallow. He visited family here in Texas in 1972. He met my mother. He never left. They dated, married, and settled down to have a family. Since I told you a little bit about him, I'll now tell you how he raised my siblings and I. He always taught us to be comfortable with who we were. Since he always wore a big leather jacket and people thought he was bad news, he let us wear whatever we wanted and what we felt comfortable in. And he also taught us to be good people no matter what we look like on the outside. He also taught us that no matter what we wanted to do, if we set our minds to it, we could learn it. 2 out of 3 of the kids are girls, and we both know how to work on our own cars, and people are always surprised when we change our own tire or jumpstart our own cars. We all worked very hard to get into the careers we are in with no formal training. Now that I told you about a little bit about him, how my siblings and I were raised, I'll tell you about how he treated others. He would go out of his way to make people feel comfortable. Friends were always scared the first time they met my father. He would sit them down in the living room and just hang out and watch a football game or whatever he could to make them feel comfortable. He never judged them for what they wore, which is very good because a lot of them were very weird goth kids. Once you were in his circle, he would do anything for you. You could come up to the house and knock on the door and ask him to fix your car, or you might have needed a ride somewhere, or you just wanted to hang out for a little while, and he'd do whatever he could to make that happen. He never really asked for payment, except maybe a case of beer. This 2 to 3 minute speech is not enough to explain how my father was, anything about him. It doesn't even reach the tip of the iceberg. But first, I told you a little bit about him. Second, I told you how he raised my siblings and I. And third, I told you how he treated others. I hope you help me celebrate in recognizing him for making me the strong, independent person I am today. Sadly, he cannot be here to accept this award. It is a posthumously award, but I do keep his ashes in this little trophy looking thing.